This is the first exhibit that we've done since we've been open, and continuing the tradition of Atlanta. Exhibits are a great way to bring in new audiences and for us to bring in a new audience to a new garden. The exhibit is called Nature Connects, which I think is a great title. And the pieces are built out of Legos, but they're inspired by nature. So we have flowers and an eagle and a snake with a mouse and a mama duck with baby ducks. So they're all inspired by nature, but they're just a lot of fun and they really fit well in this garden. We feel like the scale of the exhibit fits the scale of the garden. We have a lot of small garden rooms or smaller spaces here in Gainesville, and the pieces are just a great scale and fit these small garden rooms that we've created. So we were able to spread the pieces throughout the garden, so as visitors go on a journey throughout the garden, they see all 14 pieces that we have. The artist is from New York City. His name is Sean Kenney, and the exhibit was originally commissioned by a garden in Iowa, Ryman Gardens, and it was so popular they decided to travel the exhibit. And so other botanical gardens around the country are adopting the concept of exhibits that, again, bring in new audiences and increase attendance. And so they started traveling the exhibit. So he's really done a great job building these nature-inspired artistic works, and the public really has responded to them. It's been a lot of fun to see the response. So we have grandparents bringing grandchildren, and the grandparents say to the grandchildren, well, you know, your parents played with Legos when they were little, and now you like Legos. So it continues that sort of family tradition. So I think whether you're 74 or 7, you connect with Legos. And it's interesting, I think Legos combines sort of the left side and the right side of the brain. There's certainly a very creative element to these sculptures, but there's a very practical math and science side to Legos. So we've gotten a lot of interest from school groups and robotics clubs that are at different schools. And then we've even had adult Lego clubs come out and do demonstrations on the weekends. So it really is appealing to all ages. And it was really interesting. Last week, we had a 13-year-old boy who was here, and he was inspired by this hummingbird sculpture. And we have a little table with about 15,000 Lego pieces, and he went over to the table and built a miniature replica of this piece. So he was inspired by that and took his creativity and built a little piece. He couldn't take it home with him, but we all got to admire it and all our guests got to admire it. So it's a way to connect with nature, and there are many different ways to connect with nature, and this is a great way for people to do that. A garden should be fun. You should enjoy being in it, whether you want to learn a new plant or you just want to enjoy being out in nature or enjoy the sunshine on a beautiful fall day like today. But a garden should be fun, and people should have fun in a garden, and it should be a fun place for them to come and connect with their friends or their relatives, their family, and connect with plants at the same time.